Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Those who have stumbled upon this channel has been created to make you stop from doom scrolling and pay attention to a bit of fiction. Well, I am a gynecologist by profession who loves to read fiction in her free time, and in this vlog especially, I am gonna read a bunch of new released thrillers, and I'm gonna record my experiences reading them and sharing them with you so that you can decide whether you want to add them to your TBR. And in this vlog, the basic subject of the new thrillers is the ladies of the glamour industry, and I have basically picked books related to them. So the first book I have chosen is Hot Girl Murder Club by Ashley Winstead. This is the book about a bunch of women who are working in Hollywood, who are successfully working in Hollywood, but who have been wronged by men in Hollywood and are now avenging them. That's what you need to know before going into this book. All I've heard about this book is it's got a multiple POV theme, and it is this a revenge story where a sister is avenging the death of her sister at the hands of menace in Hollywood, and I have got everything to do with rich people shit. So I'm really excited to check this book out, although I've had very bad experiences with Ashley Winstead books before, but I'm really hopeful because I'm really impressed with this cover, this name, this title, the synopsis, and everything about this book. So let's give it a try. Next book that we are going to read is Pretty Dead Things by Kelsey Cox. Now, Kelsey Cox, as you would know if you read thrillers often, is the author of Party of Liars, which came up last year, and it was a book that I rated 4 stars. It was also a rich people problem book, and this book is about a fashion pageant that takes place in a small town, and at the main event there would be an emerald gown that would be stained with blood and brain matter. So what goes wrong, basically what happens at the end of this event, that beauty pageant event goes so wrong that at the end of the event gown has to be stained with blood and brain matter. So that is what this book will be. And what I know from my previous experience about Kelsey Cox's writing is she writes about rich people shit, and she writes very intriguing characters, and the mystery she reveals at the end is usually surprising, but she also does these little revelations in between which goes really well with the book, and it just blew my mind last time. So I'm just expecting the same thing. Now, the next book that I have in my list is probably the biggest release this month, is The Unknown by Riley Sager. I don't have this book physically, so I can't show you. So I'm going to do it with my Kindle, and I've got the ebook version. I started the year with a Riley Sager book, and it really worked for me. But since then, I've been not having a good time with Riley Sager books. So I'm really hoping to go back to Riley Sager horror era with this book, because this basically concerns, again, a horror spooky kind of a read where a director is taking 5 women to shoot a horror movie where they will be, portraying 5 women who vanished from an island 100 years back while calling an evil spirit, and only their dresses were left hanging to a tree, and nothing of them was ever found, and nobody knows what happened to them. So did the evil spirit come, or some logical explanation is there to their disappearance? So that is the whole premise. And Riley Sager books are good when it works. So I'm really hoping this works, and I'm trying to get back to reading commercial thrillers, and commercial thrillers are not working for me right at the moment. I am more into literary fiction, and I'm trying to get back to more commercial space, and let's see if it happens with this vlog. Okay, so I finished Hot Girl Mother Club by Ashley Winstead, and it's many days later from the day I started my vlog. And I should have updated you earlier, but I was really so torn up between what I wanted to say and what I ended up saying that I was totally confused and I couldn't update you. And honestly, I have come to a conclusion that Ashley Winstead is not the author for me, and I'm not gonna waste any of my precious money buying her books from next time onwards because I have DNF'd 3 times before, and I finished this book just because I started a thriller vlog and it's got a cool name, and I so wanted to make this vlog a success, and there was no other reason because I'm totally in a reading slump after finishing this book. Oh my god, what a messy fest was this? Like, a Goodreads rating of 3.5 stars was enough for me to understand that this book would possibly be not for me. But then I have loved books with low ratings before, like Rouge by Mona Ward is a book that has got such low ratings, yet it was one of my favorite books of last year. So I thought, why not? Why not give it another try? So this was basically the story of these group of women who are successful Hollywood, not successful, but some renowned faces in Hollywood. Some are singers, pop stars, and some are, fashion icons or actresses and directors. And they have somehow been wronged by men in the Hollywood, and they are now plotting revenge. And I thought it's such a cool concept, and it's gonna be about this rich people shit, and there'll be so much fun, and it'll be a fun messy thriller. But it then started on a very serious foot. Like, it started like a very serious story. It was about these two girls who have come from this small or modest background to make it big in Hollywood, and for that they have to compromise a lot, and in the process they end up losing one of the girls end up losing her sister. Like, she goes to a Hollywood party there, her sister is murdered, and from that time onwards she basically spirals into something, and from that time onwards this Hot Girl Murder Club basically starts. And the rest of the events, well, I cannot even gist you up on the foot it goes towards, like what happens in this book, what actually happened. I don't know what I was doing towards the end of the book. Like, I was skimming the pages to get it done with. I was also following this on audio because the audiobook was available with my Storytel app, as I'm subscribed to the app, and I think it's been narrated by one of my favorite audio narrators, Brittany Presley. She's done this fantastic job of narrating it so beautifully. But how much you can do with your narration when the story itself is so messy. It's filled with characters. Till the last page, we were getting more and more characters introduced, and of course then you'll be shocked because of course then someone random will be doing the stuff, like some random killer or someone random will be doing, because there are so many characters, you cannot focus your attention on each and every one of them. So there will be a shock value at the end after all, because you cannot be focusing on each and every one of them. There are so many of them. Till the last chapter you get a character introduction, and there is no depth to any of the characters. I felt nothing for any one of them. Like, I did not like the characters. I was not feeling sorry for the person who died or for the person who was taking revenge. Like, I did not like the person at all, and not in this unlikable main character kind of way. Like, many a times there are unlikable main characters, but we end up liking the book anyways. Like my recent favorites, The Truth About Ruby Cooper. I hated Ruby Cooper, but I loved the book. But it was not the case with this book. Like, I hated the characters, I hated the book. Like, I was like, why so many characters were introduced when there was no reason to do that? There were parallel storylines going on. Ashley Winstead wanted to make it a book about sisterhood, a book about Me Too movement, a book about female empowerment, a book about female backstabbing females, a book about female evolution, a book about I don't know, multiple things. I don't know what she wanted at the end, and it was so long, and without any reason there was this multiple POV things. And I think she did it to make it sound cool, this POV thing, this multiple POV, this endless POV she did. Like, every character she wrote about in this book had their POV. That was not necessary. That only messed the book up. And I rated the book a 1.5 stars, and I think I'm in a reading slump. I really need to get out of it, or otherwise I won't be able to finish this vlog. Okay, this time also I am updating after finishing the book basically, but it is not by choice, but because I finished the book in one sitting basically, and I had a holiday yesterday and I ended up enjoying the book the whole day and I didn't feel like updating the blog. So I chose to just sit by, relax, and finish the book first and then talk to you about my reading experience. So it is somehow also a book. Well, I have a book. It is also a book like The Party of Liars. It is also a book with a cast of characters. Like there are many characters, some of them are adults and cast of teenagers are there, just like Party of Liars. If you're familiar with the cast of Party of Liars, it also had a cast of adults with a cast of teenagers. And I really like those kind of books, messy teenagers with, adults who had a messy past. So that kind of rich people problem, this whole vlog is about basically about rich people problem, or rather, I would say about, extremely rich people problem, especially associated with glamour industry. That's what I'm trying to do in this vlog. And this is basically a book about a beauty pageant that is being held up in the small town from time and again. And somehow at the end of this beauty pageant, after the winner has been announced, or even before the crowning has happened, there is this particular scene where there's this emerald gown of a beauty pageant is there that is bloodstained, and bits of brain matter is sticking to that dress. That is the basic, that is all you need to know before going into this book. I went to this book blindfolded, and that is what I would suggest you to go into this, because there is a cast of characters whom you would get to know through this book, and you would really love discovering about those characters in this book. There are basically four adults and four adults and three teenage girls who are in the main focus, and we are seeing through their perspective. Mainly three adults, their POVs are given, and one of the teenagers' POV is given, and this cast of characters will be providing you. And this is how you handle a multiple POV book. You do not give each and everyone's POV, just like Ashley Winstead did with the last book. I don't know what was the reason to do that. She must have written some good books previously, because she's so famous, Ashley Winstead, but I don't seem to find the right book for me. I don't know. She is probably not the author for me. I'm not going to try her books again. Like, I'm so sad about the last book. Anyways, Party of Liars, I had rated 4-star. I think I like that book a bit more than this one, because here I didn't feel very drawn to the characters. I thought that the characters felt a little bit shallow and a little bit more unlikable, and the reveal at the end, of course, I didn't see it coming. It was an ultimate surprise, but the execution felt a little bit dumb, and it could have been improved with a little bit of more thoughtfulness. No, like the character or whatever happens in the end, I although was surprised but did not appreciate it, and it's totally a personal choice. It has nothing to do with the writing and nothing to do with the mystery or the surprise at the end. I think Kelsey Cox was just fine, and she did just fine with this book as well. She is a new favorite commercial thriller author for me, and I have bought 2 books of her in succession, and I'm going to do it for her next release as well. She's become my new auto-buy author, I guess. And if she keeps writing about these rich people problems, I think I'm going to keep buying her books. I rated this book a 3.75 stars, a bit less than Party of Liars, because I didn't appreciate what happened at the end. Although I support morally gray things, but I couldn't appreciate this book enough, and somehow I didn't feel very drawn to the characters here, and I felt the book a little bit shallow, and I didn't feel deeply for the characters. This might be because of my fatigue with thrillers and mostly the kind of horrendous journey I had with my last book. This might be a residual effect, because when I am in a slump, I basically do not stop reading all on a whole. I stop enjoying books. That's what happens to me mostly these days, at least, especially with thrillers. Thrillers are something that makes you turn pages, and this is such a page turner. I just finished it in a day, and this one I didn't have any audio support, an audiobook or something like that, although I know this book has full cast audio, and I I think its audiobook might be a good one, but I didn't have anything. But still, I really love the premise. I really love how the things happen. I really liked the mystery at the end. And that's what happens with commercial thrillers. If you were surprised by the end of the book, if you were turning pages, the book is a good one. So, yeah, you can go try. Anyways, I was planning to go some shopping today and maybe start the unknown later today in the night time. And I'm really excited for it because I started my year with Riley Sager and it was a banger. And also, I'm a bit concerned about my husband's diet these days. He's been obsessed with his body and his looks, and he thinks he's gaining a lot of weight while I am the fat person in the house, while he's the one blessed with this fast metabolism, never puts on weight. I don't know why he's obsessed with his weight management, and all he consumes up after a heavy workout regime is just fruits, salads, and nothing else. And I think I'm more scared for his protein intake. And so I'm going to prepare something that is both healthy as well as is going to increase, boost up his protein intake. And I'm going to do that. And that is what I'm planning to do in the evening. So, I'm just back from work and I thought I would just film this video and then do up all those tasks, and maybe at the night time I can start up the unknown. If I can't, I might start up with the unknown while I am journeying to my work, and this is how a working lady reads. Anyways, I'm doing that and hope to keep you updated about the unknown. Okay, so I am 40% into The Unknown by Riley Sager, and the news isn't very pleasant. Now, the fact that I started the year with Home Before Dark and it was a 5-star read for me raised a bar for Riley Sager for me, especially in the horror category. And it was supposed to be a horror thriller kind of a book. So I was expecting a lot from this book. But I kept my expectation at bay after reading Lock Every Door, and I know that is a more popular book of Riley Sager in the thriller segment, but unfortunately I ended up giving that book a 2-star because I thought it was ridiculous, and the FMC in that book was taking the most horrendous decisions ever. Like, there is a red flag and the FMC was like, yes, I want to pick it up, and then she would be like, oh my god, I am this sorrow and sorrowful and this lonely creature on the planet, and this sad things only happen to me. But bitch, you just picked your red flag up yourself. Nobody forced you to do that. You had a friend of yours who was offering her couch. You just chose to live in this palatial house of yours, and then you were, crying your eyes out. Like, okay, that was about Lock Every Door. Now we are following this beautiful, gorgeous woman. No, she's not beautiful. We are following a woman named Maureen Keane. She's not a very popular person, but she somehow gets cast into a major motion picture, and I don't know how does this happen with random people, No, she's not random. She was auditioning, but somehow she gets cast in this major motion picture where she'll be directed by this world famous director, and she's acting opposite someone who's, got awards for her method acting and Academy Awards, multiple Academy Awards, and she's somehow landed up the main role in that movie. And that is something, fantabulous about Riley Sager books. You always get such kind of things happening to random people, and that is what we are getting. And there are five women who will be acting in this movie, and they are basically making a movie about something that happened 100 years back. Like, there were five women who basically were living in this, not living, they were basically spending some time in this. There's a child wailing outside my flat. Please do not mind the sound. I'm extremely sorry about that. Okay, so there are this group of five women who used to spend some time in this island near Vermont. This island was called New Avalon, and in this island they used to perform some songs kind of thing. They used to call spirits, and one day something went wrong, and these five women, vanished. They all went away somewhere. They went away, and not a single trace of them was found except for their clothes that was found hung to a tree, and a diary of one of the women who was recording the events that was taking place during her stay in that island was found. And based on the diary, a horror movie is being made, and somehow the director now wants to make this movie so realistic that he wants his actresses to go and spend some time in this island and to spend time like those women, so that they can get into their skin, get into their character. Like, they also make them sign this contract so that they can go to this island, and they can take them to this island, and they give their full consent to go to this island, and anything that happens to them is their own responsibility now, something like that. And this is giving me major lock every door vibes. Like, that was also this kind of set of rules was given to this girl who was staying in this palatial house. She landed up this opportunity to stay with these famous people, but she had to sign this kind of set of rules where she wasn't allowed to call anyone, and she wasn't allowed to speak about anything, talk about anything. So she wasn't allowed to have guests and allowed to have sleepovers. She was not allowed to spend night away from the place she was staying. So same kind of a set of rules is being applied to these women as well. And our FMC, again, she is a nobody in the industry. No one knows her, and she's also giving me that major lock every door vibes, because she's also a nobody in the industry. She has got no one to look for her, and she's signed this kind of a contract, and now she is all alone. Like, not all alone, she's with these five women in this island, and things are basically happening. And I won't be speaking more about what's happening in this island. God, this channel is really making my life a misery while I'm recording. I'm extremely sorry. Okay, so again, coming back to the unknown. So these are the things that are happening, and I am getting major lock every door vibes. So if you did like the plot of Lock Every Door a lot, and if you were missing Riley Sager's Lock Every Door feeling, then you can actually go for this book. But I am a more home before dark girly. Like, I would like my FMC to have a minimum a kind of authority on herself and not be too pitiful about herself. Like, I am this sole person on earth and so lonely, and there is no one to take care of myself. That's why I have to take these shitty decisions on myself, and I don't like that. And this is all that is happening, although there are certain intriguing plot points. But I'm kind of in a phase where I am like, I know, Riley, what you're going to do in your books. Like, I know the mechanism in which you proceed with your books. I already know how you surprise in your books. So I do not feel surprised anymore. So that becomes, I guess it's a commercial thriller fatigue. If you're reading thrillers very recently enough and don't read enough thrillers, this might be of interest for you because it's got this horror elements in it. But I don't think it's working for me right at the moment. And I'm kind of dragging through it because it's a vlog and I really want to finish it. But I wouldn't just lie to you on your face because I want to make you to read the book. I have got nothing to do with it. And I'm also following the book with my audiobook through my Audible app. I had one credit left and I used it for it. I think Stephanie Cannon is an amazing narrator. She's doing her best to do this five voices and she's doing amazing. But still, it's somehow making me pissed with the FMC. Like she's doing all the things that no city girl would do. Hey guys, so I'm basically updating this vlog a couple of days later, and it's because I didn't get a time to update this vlog because I was a fair share busy with my kiddo and my hubby falling sick, and I was also not in the best of my health. You can tell by my face, it's swollen, I'm puffy, and I'm bloated, and I didn't feel like sitting in front of the camera and talking to all of you people and see my ugly face. Anyways, let's move to The Unknown by Riley Sager. Well, the second half wasn't that bad as I was expecting it to be, as the first half was that predictable, where I was not trusting anybody because I knew Riley Sager would eventually, betray me and would make everyone a culprit, and no one will be as shown in the book in the first half. So I won't give you any spoilers, don't worry. So something totally unpredictable happens, that's what I can tell you. And I was a pretty bit shocked and spooked. In the second half is much like I was reading it in the dark, quite in the night times, and I was pretty much feeling the eeriness of the story. And it was the time where the mystery basically starts unfolding, where the question starts getting answered, and the Riley Sager twist after twist after twist starts getting delivered. And I think the people who like to write conspiracy theories about their thrillers will be too very much excited at this point. And this book is genuinely a good commercial thriller, but because I'm not in a good headspace to enjoy a good commercial thriller, thanks to a couple of books that I read on early this year, I don't believe that I would be able to rate this book much higher than 3.5 stars. That's because it is not the book's problem. I think it's rated much higher on Goodreads, and I believe it deserves a better rating, especially if you're beginning commercial thriller reading, especially with Riley Sager books. If you haven't read Riley Sager, I think it's a great book to start with. You'll be genuinely surprised, boggled, spooked. You'll feel those eerie vibes, and you'll be deeply unsettled with it. I think the plot, the premise, will just make you question certain things and will make you really, really engrossed with the book, will make you generally turn pages. But since I am very familiar with Riley Sager's pattern of writing, since I've read so many of his books, and I know how he likes to unfold his mysteries and not to trust any of his characters at any point of time, and this happens with me. So I keep distrusting all his characters and I don't know whom to trust. And so I just cannot form genuine connection with any of the characters, cannot deeply form attachment with any of the characters. Still I fall, still I did fell for some of the characters. That was pretty surprising and mind-boggling for me, that even after knowing that I shouldn't be, trusting them, shouldn't be believing what they're saying, still I was, trusting some of them, being betrayed by some of them. And that is supposed to be a good mystery thrillers writing. But my enjoyment level was a 3.5-star rating. I cannot lie about how much I enjoyed a thriller. That's what I can say. And I think I have stretched this vlog a lot. And here I would like to conclude my review that this is generally a good book. This is generally something you should read if you haven't read enough commercial thrillers, especially if you haven't read enough Riley Sager books, especially if you haven't read Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark. I can guarantee you this book has got a lot many surprises for you in that way. You'll be discovering a lot. You'll be spooked out. You'll be really loving this book. So just read these books, choose any one of them. Uh, I don't think Hot Girl Murder Club deserves your attention, but the other two, I think it was more a me thing than a book thing that decreased my enjoyment level, but are decent thrillers. The vlog wasn't very much successful because I'm not in a good headspace to enjoy a good thriller, but I think I had a good time making or filming this vlog, so I would continue doing this and would continue recording my experiences, and because it gives me genuine pleasure, not because it's my profession or something like that. I'm not a professional blogger. I just want to have some good time with you people. So if you genuinely want to connect with me, please do comment down below. I just want some book buddies to discuss books with. If you have some good recommendations for me, just let me know in the comment section. And if you choose any of these books and have an opinion about these books, let me know in the comment section. I would really love to listen to your opinions about them as well. Till then, keep working hard, keep chilling hard, and keep reading.